And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Welcome to Unlimited Freedom. This is Vaughn with Unlimited Freedom. We are coming at you with another edition, right? The live Q&A, right? Live Q&A episode that we do every week here at the Unlimited Freedom Network around this time, every Friday. This is the time to ask your questions, right? This is the time to make your comments. This is the time to get your answers. All right, so we got a lot of material to jump into today. We've had a lot of stuff happening in our space, and there has been like a nuclear explosion that has happened in the space. And it's let's take a lot of platforms are going down. They're going down, baby. They're getting nuked, right? They're getting nuked. They're going down. Lots of platforms that's happening too. Hang on one second, guys. Let me try to just trying to get the camera right. These live setups are a little bit different than the regular videos, which I'm able to edit, right? Of course, can't edit a live broadcast, but they're going down, right? They're going down. There's a lot of them going down. That's not the only thing that I want to touch on today, though. We do have a lot of questions that have come in. We've got a lot of comments that have come in. We've got Novatech questions, right? We've got um, Vortic United questions, some CloudFi, just lots of different things have been rolling in. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to pull up my comments. So I always like to go through the comments from the previous week and just respond to those. Right? It's you got to respond, and yeah, and so that's what I'm going to be doing. Let me check something here. Okay, okay. Comments. Here we go. Let's see. Somebody said, "Hey, Kate Vaughn, Novatech has stopped paying." Really? Well, thanks for the comment, right? There you go. Shoot, thank you for that one. Right? Wow, that's that newsflash, guys. Novatech is not paying. Hey, newsflash in the space. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Good information. Somebody's complained about me personally for an entire paragraph, and at the end they go, "It's nothing personal." All right, okay. I gotcha. Nothing personal. All right, nothing personal. Well, man, we have some comments rolling in, guys. I have a feeling this is going to be a good broadcast today. That's just something going to be good about this. And yeah. So also, I want to do set up some ground rules about the chat and things like that. We will get into that in just a second. Disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor, right? I'm not telling people what to do here, right? We're not doing any of that. All right, we're going all the way down. Lots of comments today. Why is the site not working? Well, the site's not working because it's gone. That's why. uh, uh, okay. Darren, what's going on, Darren? I almost failed the pencil test. There's that's right, Darren. There's no way I could pass the pen test. Well, guys, what we have found out since what Darren has so graciously brought up here is that we have found out it's not a scam, right? It's not a rug pull, right? Nothing like that. It's a pen test, right? And I said, why didn't I think of that? Of course, it's a test. That's pen test, guys. So listen, if I ever get kicked off of YouTube, I'm not gone. It's just a pen test, right? YouTube has been pen testing, right? And that's why you can't see the Unlimited Freedom Network anymore. They've been pen testing. Okay, but if that does ever happen, you guys know where to find me. Rumble.com, the last bastion of free speech on the internet. Rumble.com, right? And they're trying to take that down too, right? They're trying to, it's a publicly traded company on the stock market, but they're trying to take that one down too, right? Because they don't want free speech. We used to have this thing called a marketplace of ideas where the good ideas would rise up to the top and the bad ideas would go down to the bottom, right? Remember that? Does anybody remember those days? But now, if it's an idea that they like, you can say it. If they don't like it, they just silence you, censor it, you know? So we used to have this thing called free speech, right? Okay, okay. Now, a couple of words about the chat. Now, if you guys, if you get tired of what I'm rambling on and on about, and you want to talk about a different topic, just send me a super chat. Right, the super chats will go up to number one, and I will stop talking about whatever it is I'm talking about, and we will talk about what you want to talk about in that super chat. Okay. Otherwise, if you just want to post a chat in there, I will get to the chats. I try to get to everybody's chats, right? And so I'm going to do the YouTube comments, the comments for the previous week, and then I will try to go back and forth between the comments and the chat. However, if you do have a burning question or a burning comment that you want to make, you can post a super chat, and that will get you to go to the top of the line, right? So that's how we're going to do that. So you guys, this is your broadcast. This is your time. This is your time to ask questions. This is your time to give comments. This is your time to interact with me. Now, and this is the time, right? This is the time to do that. I just put out some ground rules for all the people who've been emailing me. Okay. What you guys have to understand is that every single day I get a plethora of emails. People want me to check out their passive income opportunity. People want to check out their multi level marketing opportunity. People want me to join under them with their company or whatever it is that they're doing in the MLM world, right? Or in the network marketing world or in the crypto world. They want the Unlimited Freedom Network to come on board to check out their project. Right. Also, they have personal questions, personal comments. They want one-on-one meetings. Right. They want this time that, frankly, I don't have. Right. I mean, I have to spend my time trading. I'm running my businesses outside of YouTube. I've got my trading business. I've got my YouTube. I constantly am making content on YouTube. Also, I've got my crypto platforms that I need to stay on top of. So my day is pretty much, and then I train, right? I train every day. So I work out. So I wake up, I train, I hit the YouTube videos, I hit the trading, right? I hit my businesses outside of YouTube. Boom, 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 until pretty much evening, right? And then in the evening time, I'm just kind of resting, relaxing, and recuperating, and ready to go to sleep, and kind of repeat the process the next day. It's a good program. I'm on a good program. I love my program. I'm happy about my program, right? I am blessed. I'm happy. I'm grateful. This is not a complaint. This is my program. But the fact is, I don't have time. I don't have the time. There's not enough time in the day for me to go to every single person and give them that one on one attention. So, what I've done is I've put out a disclaimer, right, that I send out to the people who email about that. Well, yes, I will go over your project, but it's going to cost a certain amount of money, right? So it's going to cost a certain amount of money for me to look at your project. Okay, it's going to cost a certain amount of money for me to do a one-on-one session with you. I've got 15-minute rates. I've got 1 hour rates. I put all the rates out there. So there's a certain amount to look at the platform. There's a certain amount to talk to you for 15 minutes, a certain amount to talk to you for an hour. And what I'm doing is that's going to weed most of the people out who are just trying to get some whatever, some kind of free attention or free advertising or whatever it is that they're looking for, right? I am, so it's like if you're serious, you will pay the rate, right? So I put out some rates. I'm emailing people that, and hey, it is what it is. And if you don't want to do that, right? And this is for all the people who hit me with a ton of emails. If you don't want to pay those rates, right? Guys, come to the Friday Q&A. Why is it, okay? Why is it that there are 14 people in here right now, okay? But yet I've got 100 freaking emails. Why is that? If you've got a question, if you've got a comment, why aren't you here? Why are you emailing me? You want me to like do a special one-on-one time with you when I do this every week for hours? The Friday Q&A, this is the time. So if you got a question, if you got a comment, here I am. Right? You want to talk about something? Let's go. You want me to stop what I'm doing and talking about it now? Throw in a super chat. Right? Simple as that, guys. It is really simple as that. And yeah, for those of you who are here, guys, you guys are my people. This is a public service announcement to the people who have been trying to get me to do the like all kinds of different one-on-one stuff, right? That it's just like, okay, yeah, you know what? The time for that is over, right? Because there's too much now, right? It's just it's a colossal amount of emails now. People want that one-on-one attention. That's fine, right? But I have to charge for it. I have to because that's the only way that I can justify making carving out the extra time to do that, right? So, hey, and I don't, listen, guys, do you have any idea how much money I've invested in my education? I mean, thousands, right? I'm constantly, I have a business. I've always had a business coach for the last, I don't know, 2 to 3 years. I've hired a business coach. I keep him on retainer, right? And I continually pay this guy, right? Because I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly developing myself. I'm constantly working on self development. I'm constantly working on getting better, right? I'm constantly working on getting stronger. I'm constantly because I want to continue to learn and get better, right? I do not think I've arrived, right? So I pay a lot for my business coaching. I pay a lot for my education, right? And I would love to do that for some of you guys, but I can't do it for free unless you come here to the Friday Q&A. You come here to the Friday Q&A, I got you, right? Anything goes. Send me a super chat. I'll bump you up to number 1. Okay? Let me say hello to you guys. Darren, hello. Crypto X, get an assistant. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Crypto X, I have 3 paid employees, 1 full-time and 2 part-time currently, right? On top of the other stuff that I was just talking about. I've already got 3 people on staff. Tracy CT, greetings. Are you only trading 1 times a week with this risk to reward ratio? I purchased your program. Okay, so Tracy, I trade every day, 6 days a week, right? I trade usually never any more than an hour a day, but for example, I did traded yesterday for about 10 minutes. I entered a couple of good profitable trades and I was done. I believe I made over 9% in 1 day, so I was done. Right? Like I don't continue like if I hit 9% or 13 or 15% or something like that, why am I going to keep trading? Right? Why? So I can lose that, and then go and then come out with like maybe 2%. So no, but if I'm out like if I, let's say I'm like win a trade, lose a trade, win a trade, lose a trade, win, lose, win, lose, win. That's when I will continue to trade for about an hour because I want to put myself into profit for that day. It doesn't need to be a lot of profit, but I don't like to have a losing day, right? But if I am, that hour cutoff is just gonna stop it, right? So if I'm like for some reason if I'm on a losing streak or whatever, at the hour I cut it off and I walk away, right? That way I don't have like huge compounded losses, right? So, and that's all risk to reward. That's all risk management. That's all like understanding yourself, understanding your abilities, understanding how long you can be in the game before you get mentally drained and mentally tired because it requires a lot of focus, right? So I trade no more than an hour a day. Usually, if I can make, I mean, heck, if I can make double digit percentages, I just leave, right? I don't care if I've been trading for 5 minutes. If I hit the double digits, I'm done, right? See you later, right? I just did 10% on the account, right? And what the thing is that's scalable, right? 10% is scalable. 10% of $100 is $10. 10% of 1,000 is 100. If you got 10,000 in there, now you're hitting $1,000. If you got 100,000, 10% is $10,000. How's that for a daily profit, right? So you don't need to worry as long as you work in percentages. Percentages are scalable. If you can do it with $5, you can do it with $500,000, and that's the beauty. I love trading. That's the beauty of trading. That's the beauty of binary options. It's scalable. We look at the percentages, not the dollar amounts. Okay, never look at the dollar amounts, right? Because you'll do a psych job on your brain, right? You'll do a psych job and mess up your brain because you're thinking about the dollars, right? It's like, oh God, I just lost $200. Don't look at it like that. Look at it in percentages. We got Loud Dog with the $10 super chat, moving to the top of the list. What's going on, Loud Dog? Do you have to do anything on Live Good to get people under you? I've been in for about 2 weeks now and they haven't placed anyone under. I got my own enrollee though. Usually, what I see with Live Good is that the people start coming in at around the 1 month to 2 month mark, right? So if you've only been in for a couple of weeks, Yes, they will start coming in, right? But it usually comes in from the 1 month, 2 month mark. Live Good has built me up to pretty good numbers so far, right? I mean, I'm not making 2,000 a month yet well, most of the time I'm not making 2,000 a month with Live Good, but what they have stated, right, is that they are going to build our teams under us for us up to 2,000 a month. Now, once we hit 2,000 a month, they're not going to keep bringing people under us. But if some of those people fall off, then yeah, they'll put some more people under until they get you up to that 2,000 a month mark. And that is one of the unique things about Live Good. That's one of the interesting things about Live Good. And I've never seen an MLM company do it that way, although they could, right? They could do it that way. But typically, what MLM companies has done in the past is the people who come in like directly off the internet, and this is just sickens me, but this is what they've done in the past, is they put them under the top leaders, right? So instead of their struggling sales reps down at the bottom who are trying to eke out a living, they put them under the leaders who already have 100,000 people on their team. And so they just boom, 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 they boost those guys up. It's a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. Look, guys, this is business, right? Business is cutthroat. I don't care what kind of business you're in. You could be a marketing business, MLM business, real estate business, insurance business. Business is cutthroat. Yes, you can make a lot of money, but you also got to deal with a lot of crap, right? That people don't have to deal with when they're working as a W 2 employee. The problem is when you're working as a W 2 employee, you're capped, right? You might make 80,000 a year if you're really, really lucky, right? And then you're doing a lot for that 80,000 a year. But with business, if you can figure out the rules of the game, there's no limit. The sky's the limit, right? So I still think it's worth it. I'm a business person. Of course, I'm going to think, what do you think I'm going to say? But yeah, so they will do that. And then also, and that's an interesting thing about Live Good. I haven't seen any companies do that. So shout out to them for doing it like that. Also, I have been taking my Live Good regimen now for about 3 months. I'm starting to see some real good definition in my shoulders, my pectorals, biceps, triceps, and the male V taper is coming in, where the typical male V taper, where you have the broader shoulders, bigger pectoral muscles, and then the slimmer waistline, right? The male V taper is starting to come in. So I'm really seeing a lot of good results from my Live Good products, which I love my Live Good products. I take them regularly. And yeah, it's good, and I think let me say one more thing about Live Good before I get off of that topic, is that Live Good is probably less likely to rug pull, right? It's not that it won't rug pull. It's not that it's impossible for it to rug pull. I mean, who knows? Like maybe the guy who owns Live Good is cheating on his taxes, and he's going to end up doing 20 years federal prison time, and then no more Live Good, right? Right? I mean, come on, let's be real. What happens in this space, right? He's a fraud, right? He cheated on his taxes. Hey, what happened to Live Good? Oh yeah, the CEO's in jail. Yeah, he's in federal prison. Yeah, he gets conjugal visits once a week. He's reading books, working out. But all jokes aside, Live Good, I think, is less likely to rug pull because it's a health and wellness company, right? These crypto companies only have a certain shelf life, which we know from being in this space. They last a certain while, and then it's like you're on borrowed time, and you're wanting to try to make yourself good, get yourself some ROI, and get out of there before the thing explodes, right? And we know that, right? We know you know that if you tune into the Unlimited Freedom Network, you're aware of that. But with something like Live Good, it's more of a long term, more of a long-term deal. And the products are good, right? So I mean, it's like you can't really go wrong with it because you're not like screwing anybody over if you sign them up with Live Good. It's a good deal, right? They're getting good products, high potency CBD oil, high potency organic coffee with natural mushrooms, high potency pre workout. They've got great protein, great flavor protein. If you drink protein and pump iron, right? Accept your muscle, accept your muscles, pump it iron and drink the protein because I'm on the Keep Your Muscle Network. So yeah, it's good stuff. Live Good's good. All right. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate you. So, Tracy, we talked about the risk to reward ratio. Eddie says, I'm here. I know that, Eddie. That's why you're the man. You're the man with the plan. Got a meeting in 5 minutes, but I'll be back. Smash that like button and spread the word. So, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, right? Because nobody else is giving you the same kind of sauce that I'm giving you here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. Nobody else is giving you the orange pill, titanium pill, stainless steel pill sauce, right? That nobody else is giving to you at on the internet, right? On YouTube. You're not going to find it like this, right? Nobody's coming at you with the entertainment. Nobody's coming at you with the comedy. Nobody's coming at you with the reality. Nobody's coming at you with the real raw truth with no chaser, the way that's being done here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. And all I ask is that you hit that like button, right? Just looks like this. Smash it. Appreciate it. Okay, Wycliffe, what's going on, Wycliffe? Good to see you here in the chat. Tracy, thank you. You are welcome. Loud Dog, I got you. Thank you. You have got it. Thank you. Listen, guys, I really like Live Good. Okay, I mean, I think it's a solid company, right? And I think that maybe in the long run, right, maybe in the long run, some of us are, if we really hit the lotto, we're going to hit the lotto with Live Good, right? That's what I think, right? I think now I'm not talking about like in 1 year, but maybe in like 3 to 5 years. Think about it. If Live Good is still a company and you've built a network of thousands of people underneath you, right, and they've helped you with that, you could be racking in some serious money, right? I mean, why not? Somebody's got to do it. Why not you? Why not me? Right? Guys, the multi-level marketing slime balls of the 1970s are dying off every single day. Right? They're old. I mean, look, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it is what it is, right? They're old. So the slimy, slimy used car salesmen, multi-level marketing gurus of the past are dying daily. They're going into the grave. They're going up to Jesus, right? They're going away, right? Yeah, take them all out and let God sort them out, right? They're going away. So who's going to take up the torch, right? I think the people that are going to take up the torch are the people who are honest, the people who are real, the people who tell the truth, right? And not a bunch of smoke and mirrors, right? People see through that stuff nowadays. All right, let's get into some of these comments. And yeah, like I said, drop me a chat. If you want to skip the line, throw me a super chat. But this is the time, guys. This is the time. This is the Friday Q&A, right? So all of you guys who've been emailing me, I'll have one thing to say. Where are you right now? Because here I am, right? You want access? Here it is, right? Where are you? You're not at the Friday Q&A. Oh, you can email me at 3 o'clock in the morning, but you're not at the Friday Q&A, right? What do you want me to do? You really want that one-on-one time? Okay, you're going to have to pay for it, right? I have to do that. I have to. Okay. All right. Okay, so somebody talked about Vortic United. Our money is not gaining right now. Well, yeah, I mean, right? And they said, well, it kind of is barely. Thanks, Mike. You're welcome, Mike. Keaton Duncan, thank you for the first super chat from you, Keaton Duncan. You sent me an email, but you are here. So, yeah. So let's talk, man. Let's talk. Tracy, you can ask me anything you want. Just ask it here on Friday. That way, it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg to book a separate session with me, right? How about that? Let's do that. Keaton sent you an email. The subject line is "I got the sauce." All right, let's see what you got, Keaton. Let us take a look. I appreciate the super chat. Let's see this email from Keaton. All right, so we are opening that up now. Mm, 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 mm. Hey, brother, a loyal subscriber, one of my loyal subscribers. And, Keaton, I would say you are a loyal, loyal subscriber. Follow here. I have something I think you will love. It's called TFBMP. Hear me out. If you have heard of it, with your knowledge of taking apart documents, I think this is up your alley. Here's why I personally put this into the project. I'm not going to give away all of your stuff here on the email. Okay, okay. Looks good, looks good, looks good. All right, I'm going to send you a response to that. And if I do sign up, of course, I will use your referral link, my friend. So let me go ahead and give you that. Okay, we're putting our money where our mouth is, okay, brother? So we are gonna put our money where our mouth is. All right, I shot you an email back, so don't kill me, okay? Don't come through the computer and shoot me, all right? I would appreciate it. I've been shot before. It didn't feel very good. Actually, I've had things that have hurt worse. A bad headache actually hurts worse than getting shot. For your information. In case anybody was wondering. Okay, there you go. 'Cause I know you guys wonder that stuff, right? Of course. All right, sent you an email. Thank you, Keaton. Subject: I got the sauce. I got you, brother. I hit you back. It looks good, and yes, I will take a look at it. Okay, don't worry about that. But we can follow up also on the on the email if you are super serious about it. Tracy, okay, yes, Tracy. Crypto X, what is your take on the Novatech secret meeting? Dun, dun, dun. The Novatech secret meeting. Okay. What is my take on the Novatech secret meeting? Who would be seating on 2B and try to promote vitamin company? Doesn't add up, bro. Look, guys, I'm going to bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. This meeting occurred a couple days ago. That's why I documented it. That's why I put it out there. And yeah, they're trying to, what they're doing is something like Novatech. Okay. So with something like Novatech, you build up these large organizations, right? So, and this is how old school multi-level marketing used to do it. You remember the people who I said were dinosaurs, the slime balls from the '70s who were dying every day, yeah, going to the grave, right? Going up to the sweet apple pie in the sky, right? But they're going. And the way that they used to do it, and the way that a lot of them still do it today because they're old, right? They think that social media is the devil, right? They think that YouTube is evil, so they want to go private. Let's do a private platform and do it like we used to do in the old days, Jerry. Let's go private and do it how we used to do in the old days. We'll get on the phone with our friends and family, right? We'll throw a party at the house, right? We'll have cocktails and talk about our business opportunity. Oh yeah, your business opportunity. Yeah, yeah. That's how you do it. But that's how they used to do it. And so what they would do is they would build up these large organizations. And this happened in Novatech, right? Just like every other multi-level marketing company, this happens in. So you got this large organization, right? And now that large organization that you built, what are you getting for it? You're getting nothing, right? Because Novatech is, Keaton, thank you for that. I've had some not so friendly responses to that, but that was a nice friendly response. Thank you for understanding. Okay, and listen, man, maybe it's awesome, right? But I just have to do what I have to do when it comes to that. Anyway, back to the multi-level marketing thing. You got this large organization that you've built, right? And you were doing these Zoom meetings, right? Because Zoom meetings, that's much more private than YouTube. Yeah, we can do Zoom meetings, but not YouTube. Right? So you got these private meetings and these great big organizations that you built. Now Novatech isn't paying. Now you're not getting commissions. Now you're not getting ROI. Now you're not able to withdraw from your trading account. Now you're not able to withdraw from your bonus account. So what do you do? I got this large organization of people, but I can't get any money out of Novatech, so I got it. Let's let's do a secret Novatech meeting, right? Don't bring any of the haters, right? Because the Unlimited Freedom Network, oh, he's a hater. That Unlimited Freedom guy on YouTube, he's negative. He says things that are negative. Oh, okay. I guess the truth is negative, right? The truth is negative. Man, some of you guys, reality is going to hit you like a ton of bricks one day, but whatever. I'm not negative. I'm just telling it like it is and calling it like I see it. What's wrong with that, right? What am I committing a crime here, right? I guess some people would say I am. But the nice thing about having a criminal history is that if you're wondering if I'm a criminal or not, well, you don't have to wonder anymore. I am, right? Got the newspaper clippings to prove it. So, that's unlimited freedom network. We can't have him at the meeting, right? He's a negative Nelly. He's going to say something negative. Okay, but you're bringing all your Novatech people into a private meeting so you can pimp out a freaking vitamin company on them, right? And that's what it was. And I bet you they got a lot of signups, and I bet you they got a nice little commission check from that. So, do you want to know why they did it, CryptoX? For the money. They got a big, large organization. They're not sucking any money out of their organization anymore because Novatech's not paying. So why don't we take this organization that we already built, bring them into a Zoom meeting, say it's a private Novatech meeting, and then boom, hit them with the vitamin company and suck some more money out of them, right? So that we can pay we can pay for our boat, right? Or we can pay for our little, whatever, whatever happened, right? Whatever they did. A lot of people were making their living on Novatech, and when Novatech dried up, they dried up. Their living dried up. So, they're doing what they do, right? But that's what happened. Yeah, our money's not gaining right now. Yeah, your money's probably gone right now. Okay, so I was talking about a company that got cut off, and this person said, "Name the company that you are talking about that got cut off." Well, what you have to understand, guys, is that there's three major companies that, well, it's actually four, right? That I'm not supposed to be talking about on YouTube, but one of them I just talk about on YouTube anyway. I just call it under a different name, and nobody has come for my head about it yet, right? Nobody has, nobody has, told Pontius Pilate to go crucify him yet, right? Nobody has come and ratted me out, right, to the company leader. But so let me see. There's one, two, three private companies right now that I can't talk about on YouTube, but they're in my Telegram group. So if you guys have not joined my private Telegram group, make sure you do that because I do videos on those companies, Unlimited Freedom Network videos, just like I do on the other ones. But instead of posting them up here on YouTube, I put them in my private Telegram group because that's just so much safer, right? I'll tell you something, guys. Now, I probably, if I commit an assault, right, I'm going to get more than 4 months because of my background, right? If I were to commit assault, I might get hit with the something called habitual criminal, where they give you like a 20-year sentence or a life sentence. So I really can't get into any more trouble, right? Or else I'll be doing the unlimited freedom network from a burner phone from my cell, right? But very funny, Vaughn. Very funny. Actually, it's not. But it's gone, right? It's gone. My train of thought is totally gone. Point is, I can't talk about the companies here on YouTube, right? So I have to talk about it in the private Telegram group. So make sure you join the private Telegram group, right? That way you can see about those companies. And I have one company that I'm really excited about. That's it's not even a company. It's just like a private membership thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah, exactly, Tracy. I mean, give me a break with the private meetings, right? It's like there's nothing private anymore, right? And I think that people don't realize that. When I was growing up, there were crazy people, right? Quote unquote crazy people, like mentally ill people who thought that there were cameras everywhere watching them, right? I don't know, but some of my older subscribers might remember those days when like there was like this mental illness that certain people had where they thought they were being watched by cameras. Well, now it ain't a mental illness, it's just the truth. There ain't nothing private. Forget about it, you know? The only reason why they don't line us all up like cattle and put us to work like livestock, well, is because there's too many of us, right? They don't have the resources, or else, believe me, they would. They'd suck our life out just like they do in the Matrix movies. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Here's somebody who asked a question, and this is good. This is some good sauce. This was a video I did about GS partners, and this person's question was pretty simple. How legit is it? How legit is it? Well, that, my friend, is an interesting question, right? How legit is it? Okay. It's a risky crypto platform, just like all the other risky crypto platforms that I talk about on here. It's high risk, high reward, right? Legit is in the eye of the beholder, my friend. How legit is the Fed? How legit is your government extorting money out of you every year? I mean, how legit is that? What is legit to you, right? It's like these Ponzi people. It's a Ponzi. Yeah, okay, so if you don't like it, it's a Ponzi. But if you do like it, it's a business, right? Go on, get on, get on, get out, go. Go on somewhere with that. How legit is this, Mr. YouTuber? How legit is this? Oh, it's completely legit, man. Is that what you want me to say? Yeah, totally legit. No problem, right? Why don't you put in $1 million? Here's my link. How legit is this? Because I'm going to ask the smart. I'm smart, so I'm going to ask the smart question. How legit is this, Vaughn? How legit is this? Oh yeah, you're real smart. Yeah, you're. Oh wow, your intellect, right? Your intellect is just mind-boggling, right? You're so smart, dude. Look, all of these platforms are risky. Any of them could be gone here today, gone tomorrow. We know that, right? Or at least we should know that if we're in this space. Right? This isn't you're not looking for like your 401k here, right? This is something where you're trying to get a massive return and you're taking a risk. There it is. That's it, right? That's the space. Right? If you are a risk adverse person, you shouldn't be here in the first place. Right? You should be working your 9 to 5 job. You should be putting into your 401k, right? You should be, voting for the Democrats or the Republicans or whoever it is who you think is going to be the saviors of the West, right? Go ahead and go, yeah, go vote, right? Go vote. Go to your 9 to 5 job and go stand in line and vote, right? And get off of here, right? Go on somewhere. If you want something that's legit, right? By the time your back is thrown out, right? By the time you're 80 years old, your back is thrown out. You got a couple of marbles rolling around in your head. You might be able to afford to take a vacation. Thank you for the comment. This one is about Vortic United. People want their money. Oh, yeah. People do want their money, which is why it is debatable right now whether or not they're actually going to have this year. This in September they're supposed to have this like 1 year anniversary big giant party, right? Big giant like conference or whatever in Istanbul, Turkey, right? The 1 year celebration for Vortic United. Now, I don't think Jensen's going to be there. Right? If they do have it, I don't think Jensen's going to be there, right? Because I mean, that would just you're going to have a bunch of people who are ticked off, and probably a bunch of people who have like tanked a lot of money into that platform, and it just wouldn't be smart for him to show up there in person, right? My opinion. Where is Cynthia? Well, hey Cynthia, you want to come on here? No, you good? Okay, that she's right over there. All right, Vaughn, I joined under you in Sportsbook Partners. I have looked everywhere on the website to contact support, but I don't see it. That's because they don't have it. Is there any chance, sir, that you can send me a link for support? Nope, there is no link. There is no support, right? Buyer beware, my friend. Buyer beware, my friend. Right? Buyer beware, my friend. No support on that one, guys. Right. The problem is that I bought a package and it shows in history that's been purchased, but when I go into the homepage, it says no package active. Blah, 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 blah. I've been on this a half a day and I can't suss it out. Please help, or just point me in the right direction for support, as I don't see it. They have no support. That one really just doesn't, guys. Did I tell you I was going to be real with you? Well, here's the reality. Sportsbook Partners doesn't have any support. So buyer beware, my friend. Enter at your own risk. Keaton Duncan. For a win on the super chat for a 19.99 super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Keaton Duncan. Thank you for the support. We're gonna stop what we're doing, and we're going to address what you have to say here. I'll just state my email that I'm in TFVPM, with the main reason being they have filed with the SEC and you can find them on sec.gov. You're the GOAT at document investigation. Seems up your alley. Yeah. Hey, this is more. Listen, Keaton, you're doing more than most people do right now. Most people just throw me their platform and send me a quick little email and poof off into the wind. I will take a look at it. All right. But we'll find out what's the deal with the SEC and all that. The SEC. Yeah, what do you want me to say, man? I mean, look, like Bernie Madoff was on the he was on the New York Stock Exchange, right? His Enron company or whatever. I mean, he had all the correct filings too. But the thing is, it's not whether or not you're filing right. It's not whether you have a license or not. It's the people. It's really comes down to something as simple as this. Maybe you guys played King of the Hill when you were kids. You run up the hill, and the king of the hill is stand on top, and everybody's trying to knock the king down, right? But the king is trying to, trying to stay there. And then the king finally gets knocked down. Somebody else goes up to the top of the hill. The people in power, if they don't like you, they will destroy you. They will destroy you financially. They will destroy your family. They will take away your freedom. They will imprison you. Bernie Madoff died in prison. Name is disgraced. He's a disgrace, right? He's the Ponzi guy, right? Everybody knows the Netflix special and everything. How many other people, how many other people on Wall Street were doing, and still do the exact same thing that Bernie Madoff did? But he was the fall guy, right? He's the fall guy. You need to have a scapegoat, right? So the trick is, I don't know, man. It's just not ticking off the wrong people. That's the trick. At the end of the day, Jan Gregory, he got on somebody's hit list, right? And it was that he shouldn't have been messing with that journalist over there at behind MLM. He was messing with the journalist, made a threat, made a threatening post, and next thing you know, Vortic United gets taken down, CloudFi gets taken down, Coin Market Bull gets taken down, all because this guy went to rat to the state of the California like the little sniffity sniff rat piece of dirt bag that he is, right? Oh yeah, you're gonna say a bad post about me on Facebook? Well, I'm gonna go report you to the state. Oh yeah, real good. Right now, somebody like that, you better hope and pray you never end up in a correctional facility because they have a certain way that they handle people like you. But yeah, no, I'll take a look at it. I mean, sounds good, right? It sounds good. But we want to, we want to definitely be thorough about these things. We want to get into things that are going to be profitable, things that are going to turn us a profit, and also things that, have been vetted by some other people in the space, and where we know, okay, we're going to at least be able to get 3 months out of this, maybe 6 months out of this. Maybe we'll be able to get a year out of it, stuff like that, right? You got to be able to ROI. That's the thing, right? You got to be able to ROI. 2% a day, that's pretty easy to ROI on, right? But that's just the thing, there's the risk and the reward, right? You got to play both. So how many times do I harp on this channel? How many times do I say, guys, never invest anything that you can't afford to lose. Withdraw early, withdraw often. Spread out your risk, right? Diversify. Get into a multitude of different platforms. Now, it just so happens I am looking for a couple of new platforms to join right now, but get into a lot of different platforms, right? That way, if two or three of them or whatever go away, you still got a lot more. So once again, let me do this just for the educational piece. Okay, so what did we have happen? CloudFi went away, right? Vortic United, I'm going to say went away because pretty much they have. So we got CloudFi gone, Vortic United gone, Funds is gone. What else? I'm forgetting something. Yeah, I guess Coin Market Bull. The Coin Market Bull's been gone to me. So let's just say three. We've got three that are knocked out, right? Now, so those are three that are no longer paying me. Here's what is paying me. GS Partners, 1, Invisible AI, 2, QP, 3, Capitalium, 4, Live Good, 5, Sportsbook Partners, 6, Private Program, 7, BitSports AI, 8, ETF Pool, 9, VerseCore, 10, Elevate Money, 11, Private Program, 12. See what I'm saying? So yeah, two or three of them went away, but I got 12 solid that are still paying me. and I'm making large sums of money, even though my top platform, Vortic United, bit the dust. I'm still making good because I'm involved in so many different platforms. Thank you for the super chat. Alrighty. This poor guy is having some sort of problem with sportsbook partners. All right, next up. Ah. Yeah, here we go. This is from somebody named J3635. J3635, the troll. Jay the troll, right? Let's see what Jay the troll has to say. Okay. And we are talking about invisible AI. And Jay says, so this system is 1,000 times better than any investor in history. And it's legitimate? Right. Gotcha. I got you, buddy. By the way, this isn't a gotcha. It's a genuine question. Oh, really? That sounds like a genuine question, Jay. Oh, no, huh, it's not a gotcha. Okay. Yeah, okay. Tell me another one, Jay. All right. So he's saying that the investable AI is 1,000 times better than any investor in history, and it's legitimate. Basically, he's saying that it's bogus. So I said, okay, dude, I made 9% Friday trading. So I just gave him my last stage. At that point, I was had traded on Friday, and I just said that I made 9% Friday in one day on trading. Your info about history is off. So the most I think that they pay investable AI is 2% a day, right? Most of the time, I make more than 2% a day, guys, in my own trading, right? So I just said, dude, your history's off, right? I mean, the fact is, people make a lot of money at trading. So the whole premise of your question is off. So this whole premise where he said that the system is better, 1,000 times better than any investor in history, that's just not true. Right? There's been investors throughout history that have made a killing in the markets. Right? Look at George Soros, one of the richest men in the world. He made his riches. He made his multi-million billion gajillions doing forex trading. He traded forex, right? So your whole premise, your whole question is off, right? Trying to frame this question that this 2% a day is unthinkable, impossible. It's just not true. It's just not true, man. Okay? It can be done. It can certainly be done, and if you're a good trader, you can make way more than 2% a day, right? So the concept is that the traders with invisible AI trading crypto, they're making greater returns than 2% a day. And because they're making greater returns than 2% a day, they can turn around and pay their people 2% a day because they're making more than 2% a day. That's the mathematics, right? That's the basics of it. All right. So I said, dude, I made 9% Friday trading. Your info about history is off. Okay. So here he comes. Unlimited freedom 6,500. I triggered him, I got a way of triggering people sometimes, because if you come at me like a smart, you know what, right? If you come at me like a smart guy, right? Like a wise guy, right? You're going to get the wise guy back. You want to be a wise guy, you're going to get the wise guy. Fair game, baby. You punch me, fair game, right? You guys are wise guys. Okay, so unlimited freedom 6,500. My info about history is off. Would you like me to list the largest hedge funds on planet Earth and their returns? Okay, we're not talking about hedge funds, right? Who's talking about hedge funds? You're talking about hedge funds. If a manager can do as much as return 7% yearly, he can raise unlimited capital. So yes, when systems are claiming to not only do the uh, outdo the best traders in the world, but outdo them by 1000%, yeah, that is a red flag. And by the way, I don't question those returns are being paid right now. Oh, here we go. Every Ponzi scheme has early investors make great returns early. That's very easy to do when the newest investor is paying the interest of the older investor. How long will it last is the question I'm asking, as those returns off nothing more than investors' principal are simply not possible over a substantial amount of time or done by way of legitimate and legal means. I'm not sure why this would come as a surprise. Yeah, real genuine question there, Jay. There you go, Jay. All right. This person is saying about Novatech. You're right. Cynthia should come out and say something. Well, the time to say something is over. Okay, the time to say something has come and gone. So let's go into a dream world, right? Let's go back to September, October of 2022, right? When Novatech started getting the cease and desist orders, right? When Novatech started getting the Russian Bank of Russia order, the Canada order, the California order. Right then, they should have nipped it in the bud and they should have handled it right then, right there. But what they decided to do is they decided to take the quote unquote high road and not talk about it. And what that resulted in was panic. Their investors panicked. The people who were part of Novatech panicked. And the way that Novatech was set up, they didn't have any lockdown periods, so anybody could withdraw their principal at any time. Okay. And don't come in here with the comment, well, what about the 15% if they did it in the first 90 days? Okay, 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 right? 15% in 90 days. Okay, right. So what? Right? Wise guys. Wise guys, man. I'm telling you. So anyway, everybody could pull out their stuff at any time, right? Anytime. And so by not addressing the cease orders, by not talking about the cease orders, by not going public, by not nipping it in the bud, by not going out in front of this thing, talking about it and showing confidence, showing leadership, showing your plans for the future. They caused a panic and they initiated their own bank run. And let me tell you, they paid out everybody that they could until they ran out of money. Right? And they ran out of Monday a month. They ran out of Monday. They ran out of money near the end of December 2022, and that's when they froze the trading accounts. Why'd they freeze the trading accounts? Because they no longer pay people because there's no more money left. Because everybody pulled their money out, right? Except for if some hardcore believers in Novatech who left it in there, right? And now they still haven't, gotten a pretty penny. Here come the scammers. So, guys, anytime that a platform goes away and you get these scammers who come onto my channel and talk about that they can get you your money back if you give them a fee, yeah, don't fall for that. Okay, don't fall for that. That's one of the oldest tricks in the books, baby. That's one of the oldest tricks in the books, and it's pretty lame too. I mean, they're only asking for like $35. So these guys seriously must be like living in some third world country where $35 goes a long way. Just don't get, don't take the bait. They're going to steal your identity. They're going to steal your crypto. It's all bad. And there's so many of these little rats. There's so many of these little wise guys, right? That I can't keep up with banning all of them off my channel because you ban them and then they just come back. But let me go ahead and get rid of these. Okay. So a couple people talking about 1 week's. 1 week's is gone, guys. One week's is gone. It's gone to the crypto platform purgatory. And I think they decided to get out right when all this other stuff was going down with CloudFi and Vortic United, and they figured, hey, this will be a good time for us to get out too. So they're out. They're gone. These things have a shelf life, guys. Can we just be real for a minute? Can we just be really, really real for a minute? Guys, you gotta get in, you gotta make your money, and you gotta get up out of there, right? And that's and unfortunately, that's kind of the way that it is in this space. These things are only gonna last for so long, and they could a lot of them are here today, gone tomorrow, right? You're not gonna win every time, right? You know, some of these platforms we lose out on, right? It just is what it is. The trick is you gotta win more than you lose, and you gotta have a profitable experience more often than you have an experience where you experience a loss, right? But to sit there and think that you're investing your crypto into some sort of safe platform that is going to be here for a year or years or just stuff like that, it's just naive, right? It's just delusional, right? And it's just not true, right? You have to figure out how to yeah, how to be a player in this space, right? Because if you're not a player, you're going to get played, right? The platforms are going to play you. Right. So you got to understand, the rules of the game. And, some people don't like me talking about it in that terms, but that's business, guys. Doesn't matter if you're talking about a crypto platform, doesn't matter if you're talking about the stock market, it doesn't matter if you're talking about your local handyman. Business is business. It's cutthroat. There's winners and there's losers, right? That's it. I mean, what's the alternative, right? The alternative is we pay everybody a $1,200 a month income, and then everybody's poor, right? Everybody's the same and everybody's poor. Is that the kind of future you want? Well, that's not the kind of future I want. I'm always going to be a business person because I believe in the free market. And in the free market, there's winners and losers, right? So what I'm teaching on this channel, what I'm teaching here at the Unlimited Freedom Network is how to be a winner. All right. Did you know that 1 weeks is a scam? Oh, yeah. Is that right? Is it a scam? Oh, yeah. Okay. Guys, it's not about things being a scam. Right? A scam is like a legit scam. Like the people in the comments who are trying to give you your money back, that's a scam. When somebody steals your credit card information, that's a scam. Right? When somebody tells you that they're in love with you and they're doing this A B C D and then they go and get a green card and leave you, that's a scam. It's called a romance scam. These platforms are businesses and business is business. Business is rough. Business is cutthroat. Some businesses succeed and some businesses fail. There will be winners and there will be losers in this space, just like any other business. Here's the beautiful thing about this business, in case you need a reminder. One, passive income, baby. We're making income while we sleep. Right? That's beautiful. Right? Two, you can work from home. Right? You don't have to go drive to an office. You don't have to get into hellish traffic every single day, going back and forth in your car. There's just a ton of benefits from this. Three, it's fun, right? It's kind of fun once you learn how to do it. You got a bunch of different investments out there. You're checking on your returns and everything. It's fun, right? So it's a great business, in my opinion. But it's still a business, and in business, there's winners and there is a losers, and that's just the way it is, guys. Oh man, this guy Crypto Wolf. I can't even keep reading your stuff, Crypto Wolf. It's just too much, bro. It's too much. Yeah, I've heard this song and dance before. They were talking about actually my DeFi guru came through. Shout out to you, my DeFi guru. They said he was talking about how Invisible AI just cut their commissions. Yes, Invisible AI did cut their commissions. Okay, and I think that that's a good thing, right? They were paying too much in commissions, I think. Because it's like, dude, you know what I mean? Just do what you're supposed to do on the passive income side and try to last for a while. That's what I would say. You don't need to pay people a bunch of big giant commissions, right? Commissions are nice. I like commissions just as much as the next guy, but what I would like more is to see the platform actually survive. What I would like more is to see the platform last 3 more months or 4 more months, 6 more months or a year or who knows, however long they can make it last, right? So longevity outdoes commissions in my opinion. But definitely thank you for the comment, and I think thank you for dropping through, man. Appreciate you. He who brags is broke. Okay. So yeah, this person, I guess they think that I'm bragging, right? I'm not really bragging. The truth is, guys, I'm very happy and grateful about all the blessings that I have in my life. I am humble and I'm thankful, right? I mean, I can look back to, to waking up in a very, very bad place, right? And that's a salient memory that I'm always going to have. And anything that I have in this life, in the free world, I'm happy about it. I'm grateful for it. I'm humble about it. And yeah, so it's not really bragging, but what it is it's explaining and teaching how I went from getting zeroed out to financial success, and from getting zeroed out to becoming a successful trader, successful entrepreneur. And I don't think that's bragging. I think it's more along the line of teaching. Okay, so thank you for the comment. Here we go. We got some more scamalama ding dongs here. Get rid of you guys. Somebody's still asking me about the website. It's like every single video I do, guys, I tell you that all of the links are in the description. So all you gotta do is go to the description of the video, click the link in the description, you go to the website there. That's all you gotta do. All right. Somebody asked, how do I change the settings so that I can withdraw my principal after 30 days for QP? All right. Okay, so here's what you do, guys. So let me go ahead and address this right now. I'm gonna go into my QP right now, and I'm gonna just kind of talk you through it. Okay, so going into QP, what you do is you go to your stakes and you click on view details. So when you first open up the thing, it'll show your stakes and it'll say click to view details. And then when you do that, actually, let me check something. Maybe it's in withdraw funds. So I think it's actually, guys, it's when you make your stake. So when you actually put in your stake, you just click off that button. It's going to say, it's going to automatically have a button click to reinvest your stake at the end of the period, but you can click that button and turn it off. Okay, and that's what I do with mine. So none of my stakes are on automatic, right? So what you got to do is you got to go in there and click that button to turn that off, guys. Thank you for the comment. Okay, here's Ron Crane. Okay, Ron Crane is somebody who deals with the demon of jealousy, right? Ron Crane deals with the demon of jealousy and envy, right? He sees another person who's doing something in life and he just can't handle it, guys. He can't handle it. He's just he can't be happy, right? He can't be happy for somebody else who's having success. No, he can't. He has to pray for their downfall. Right, he has to, but, he just can't be happy in his own skin. He looks in the mirror, he doesn't like what he sees, he feels inadequate, he knows that he's inadequate, and, there's just something missing there. There's something missing on the inside of him, he knows it, and instead of dealing with that, what he does is he likes to bring other people down. So we're gonna read Ron Crane's message here, and we're gonna respond, okay? How about you take off your sunglasses, Ron Crane? You desperate for referral YouTubers are the main cause of great programs being shut down. Oh, well, you're really drinking the Kool-Aid there, aren't you, Ron? Isn't that the thing? Because every time a platform shuts down, they go and blame the YouTubers, right? It's YouTubers. They got us shut down. Uh, Okay, yeah, so you're really just you're really just, you're going along with their bull crap, right? That's what you're doing. Yeah, it's the YouTuber's fault, exactly. I disagree. In my view, the companies use YouTubers or social media as a scapegoat when they run off with your money. I'm not the one who holds the wallets to where you send the crypto, right? In other words, they do the rug pull and then they feed you the line that it's the social media people's faults. right? And so basically, he says, they haven't rugged. I don't know where you got that from. All you YouTubers care about is collecting referrals and subscribers to your channel. Most of the projects you only invest the minimum, then make your money off the backs of referrals from a project you don't even believe in. It's disgusting. Okay. All right. How about you say that to my face, Ron? Okay. All right. Here is another one. This person thinks that Jensen Robles is a Russian spy. Okay, I've gone down the rabbit hole and it's not looking good. Jensen has a lot of history of being a crook, and the rest of them have created scams before. The London address is fake. The list goes on. It's a complete scam. I love it, man. I love it. Do you know whose channel you're on? Like, how far are you going to get with me saying that somebody has a history of being a crook? Do you know who I am, bro? Right? Like, how do you think that that's going to hold some kind of weight or water with me when you're accusing somebody else of being a crook? God. You know, I would rather deal with quote unquote crooks anytime than some of you law abiding citizens, right? You law abiding citizens scare me more than the crooks. All right. Somebody said, this is really messed up. This is about, I guess, Vortic United. For this to happen at the exact same time as CloudFi means a lot of money has been lost in an extremely short space of time. This is so messed up. Guys, stop compounding. Just stop. Withdraw, withdraw, withdraw. That way you can at least have your capital and some profits removed from the platform before it goes AWOL. That's the most solid piece of advice I ever got here. Well, I'm glad that I'm glad that you're listening. I'm glad that you're tuning in because, yeah, you don't. First off, you don't want to invest anything that you can't afford to lose. Secondly, you want to withdraw early. You want to withdraw often. Third, you want to get your seed money back right away. Fourth, you want to spread out your risk, so diversify, get into a lot of platforms. And fifth, you want to make sure you're developing mental toughness. Right? Don't get upset if you miss the first couple of 3 pointers. Keep shooting the three, and eventually they're going to start to drop. That's how it works, guys. And if you follow those principles, you're going to do good, right? If you don't follow those principles, you do that to your own detriment. Crypto 5G is in the house. What's going on, Crypto 5G? I'm glad that you dropped by. Somebody said, I am planning to buy your options course. What broker do you use? So my preferred broker is Pocket Option. I also use Bid Forex sometimes, and I use Oanda and a plethora of other. So I use a lot of different brokers, but right now my preferred broker is Pocket Option. Shout out to Pocket Option. All right. Blue Sky always coming through showing love. I appreciate you, Blue Sky. Hey, Vaughn, I was on your Telegram just wondering if it's true. I'm applied to log in, but it's not proof that it has rugged. Okay, so that's one of those private programs. It went offline for the day. And so since everything has been rugging, I just said, well, it's probably a rug, but it came back online. So shout out to them. Turns out it was not a rug. It's a private program. Look at it in my description. Go to the private Telegram channel. That way you can learn about that program because I can't talk about it on here on YouTube because we've got some YouTube detectives. We've got some YouTube cops that are threatening to rat me out, right, to the leaders for talking about it on YouTube. I mean, is this what you do with your time? Really? I feel bad for you, man. I really do. It's just sad. It's just sad, right? All right, so now we've got Crypto X in the house. Says, do you have any other platforms paying 10% and more like QP? Yeah, man. Let's talk about that for a second. So we've got Invisible AI and we've got GS Partners. And let me go over a couple of caveats on those. We're gonna get into some sauce here for you guys. So let me go ahead and log into Invisible AI, and we're gonna talk sauce here on the Saucecast, right? The Vaughn Saucecast. All right. Invisible AI, guys, put you to a fan on all platforms. Crypto is indeed the wild, wild west, y'all. If you ain't strapped, you bound to get hacked, man. Ask me how I know. It's not very fun at all. All right, so Invisible AI 024. All right, let's look at some of the options here. Okay, we got a couple of plans going on right now. Now you've got the 1% daily for 25 business days, but that's a minimum of $500 to get into that plan. You've got the 2% daily for 25 business days. That gives you 2% daily gives you 10% a week. So if you want 10% a week, there's how you get it. Uh, 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 did I meet with Jensen? I don't think Jensen likes me right now. To be honest with you, I like him. I think that he's Jolly Jensen, right? He's a funny guy. He's a relax, Mike. I like him, right? He doesn't like me because I'm calling out their bull crap. Okay, so 1% a day for 25 business days is investable AI, $500. 2% a day for 25 business days, minimum is $3,000 invested, but you get 2% daily, which is 10% a week, and then you can get 170% after 20 days with a minimum investment of 10,000, and then you can get 3% daily for 20 calendar days for a minimum of 5,000. So 3% daily for 20 calendar days. So that's going to be, sorry, that's going to be 21% a week. Okay. So 21% a week with Invisible AI. Right. And here's the thing, Invisible AI just came out in August. It is now September 1st. So, we're what we're hoping for and, kind of just praying for. Obviously, we're all praying for these platforms to last, but we want to get a good 3 months would be great. 6 months would be beautiful, right? And if they last a year or more, I mean, then invisible AI is just going to be the top dog in the space, right? Simple as that, right? But yeah, so there was invisible AI, and the other thing that's good about it is it's new, right? So am I telling you to do it? Nope. You guys got to make your own decisions there. But I can tell you that I am part of invisible AI, and that I've already ROI'd with my um, deposits, meaning that I've made more than I have deposited. All right. So yeah, so QP is awesome. Invisible AI is good. And I want to talk a little bit about how to do that with GS Partners. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up GS Partners and I'm going to go over some more sauce with you guys. The GS Partners sauce, right? The good sauce. Uh, all right. So I'm going to go to my certificates with GS Partners and we will talk about a basic light certificate. Okay. A light certificate costs 250 USDT to purchase the certificate. Okay, so once you purchase the certificate, then you load the certificate, right? Now, once you purchase and load the certificate, you immediately qualify for a bonus. So track with me here because this is important. So you pay 250 USDT to purchase the certificate. Then you load the certificate with a minimum of 375 USDT. Okay. So let's do a quick calculation. So at that point, you bought the certificate for 250, you loaded it with 375, so you spent 985 USDT. Now, once you've spent 985 USDT, you automatically qualify for a bonus in the amount of 1,312 USDT. So you're already going to be in profit, right? So once you get the certificate and you fund it, boom, with the bonus, you go directly into profit from day one. The thing is, you can't collect that bonus from day one. You have to wait till the end of the term to collect that bonus plus all of your earnings. Now, so if it were me and I wanted to get 10%, I would load the fintech. So once you have the certificate, you can go along, you can join their businesses, you can join the fintech business at 5% a week. You can join their renewable energy business at 4% a week. You can join their real estate business at 3.5% a week. You can join their meta portfolio business at 2.5% a week. You can join their supplements business at 3% a week. You can join their gaming business at 4% a week. So what I would do is I would get the fintech at 5% a week, and then I would get the renewables and the gaming to put myself up over 10%. So once I fund the fintech, once I fund the renewables, and once I fund the gaming, then I've got 13% a week. Okay. And that's how you get over 10% a week with GS Partners. Here's the thing I like about GS Partners is that they have survived the gun smoke. They've been around for a long time. Nobody's been able to bring a court case against them. Nobody's filed a cease and desist. Nobody's been able to take them out because they've had lawyers from Jump Street. They've had lawyers from the get go. The way they word everything is they do it so that they stay out of trouble. Now, the downside of that is it confuses people because they word it in such a way that it's basically like, uh, it's I don't even know a nice way to say it, but it seems like it's a lot of gobbledygook. But the reason why they do that is so that they don't get in trouble. So it's a lot of legalese that they've done with their lawyers. But the bottom line is they've survived for a long time. They're in the space. And I am getting large sums of money every single week from these certificates, right? So it would be a disservice for me to not talk about it. So if you get the certificate and if you load the certificates, you can get more than 13% a week. Heck, you can get, if you load all the certificates, let me just see what it would be if you got into everything. So if you got the fintech, okay, hang on. And then plus they also give you additional monthly plus additional bonuses. So the fintech 5% a week. Okay, renewables is 4% a week. Real estate is 3.5% a week. Meta portfolio is 2.5% a week. Supplements is 3% a week. And crypto gaming is 4% a week. So you would actually be getting 22% a week if you loaded all of that, right? No, no, Eddie, because you get the percentages on each thing that you load, right? So yeah, I see what you're saying. Is you're getting one percentage here, one percentage there, but if you're continually loading the certificate, that certificate alone with all the investments inside the certificate is getting a total amount. In this case, it would be 22% a week. Right? So it can be done with GS Partners. All right. Now, listen, guys, GS Partners has a lot of fees. GS Partners has a lot of way that they make money, right? GS Partners has a lot of things that they do to hit you, right? To hit you in your wallet and in your pocketbook. That's okay with me, right? I don't care about the fees. I don't care about paying them $20 when I do withdraw. I don't care about any of that because at the end of the day, I want them to stay solvent and I want them to still stay making money because if they're making money, then I can continue making money. Right. So hit me with fees, right? As long as I'm making money, as long as I'm making a net profit here, I'm good with it. As long as you can stay in business and I can stay in business, you make a profit and I make a profit, I'm good with that. Let's go, right? How long can we last? I mean, GS Partners has been in the game for 2 years now and they're still going strong. So shout out to them, man. So, I mean, there's the answer to your question. Like, if you want the high yields, I would look at QP, I would look at Investable AI, I would look at GS Partners. But just keep in mind, as an overall disclaimer, the high yield investment platforms, the high yips, are they're more likely to rug at any time, and they're more likely to not be able to sustain themselves because they're paying such high payouts. Now, if you want to look at the ones that are going to be sustainable, Sportsbook Partners is very sustainable. Verse Network is very, very sustainable. What else would I say is good for sustainability? Live Good, obviously, very sustainable. Yeah. So Verse, Live Good, Sportsbook Partners. I would say those three would be good for sustainability, right? And then maybe we can look at this one that Mr. Keaton is talking about with the SEC and all that, but I haven't looked at it. I'll have to look at that. Apparently, it's TFVPM. So I'll look into that one, and we'll see how sustainable that one is. Okay. Now, if you're tired of getting rugged, right? If you're tired of, losing money in platforms, then you can do what I do and you can copy my profitable trading strategy by getting my trading course available in the description. It's where I teach my personal trading strategy to you. I share it with you. It's a strategy that's attainable, achievable, sustainable, and it's how I'm able to make more than I've ever made before. If you want to find me on the top, if you want to verify me or you want to see that you want to dox me and figure out that I'm really doing this, you can go to pocketoption.com and look at the top traders every single day and you can find my name, right? It's right there, Vaughn M, right? I've got a little Bitcoin for my logo, right? You can go check it out. But I'm also sharing my personal strategy with you so that you can go in and become a trader and make large sums of money. And then you can do what I do, which is I make the lion's share of my money through my own profitable trading. And I use these crypto programs as a part of my trading. It's a part of crypto trading, right? I get in, I get out, and I deal with a lot of different platforms. I diversify, and so it's a whole nother stream of income. I could retire right now with my trading alone. I could retire right now with my passive income opportunities alone. I could retire right now with my small businesses outside of YouTube alone. Okay. But why not do them all, right? Why not have them all together? Why not have them all bundled? And guys, I have been very, very blessed. God has been very, very good to me. I've had some low lows in my life where hey, I've been in a hospital having to learn how to walk again, right? I've been in a prison cell not knowing if I was going to live to see the next day, right? I mean, these things are realities. And now I've come to a point where I've repented. I've turned my life to Christ. I gave my life to God. All of that stuff, right? I serve at my local church. All of that stuff, right? And God has blessed me. But I don't want to just keep it all for myself. I want to share it with the world, right? And that's why I do this YouTube channel, to share it with you guys and to have a little bit of fun, to have a little bit of entertainment, and to give you a little bit of sauce. So you can hit the like button because nobody else is giving you the same kind of sauce that I'm giving you here at the Unlimited Freedom Network, right? Nobody's giving you. It just tastes good, right? The sauce is just it's the Italiano, right? It's the Italia recipe, right? Came down from my great grandmother Ballatore to my mother, to my grandmother, to my mother Tactical. Right, right. It's the sauce, and you got to get the good sauce, right? At the end of the day, you got to have the sauce. Okay. At the end of the day, guys, what it's about is about the sauce. And when it comes down to it, it's about the sauce, guys. It's about the sauce. It's about that recipe and that taste, right? Give yourself a little tickle on your taste buds. All right. So here goes Crypto Wolf again with his little witty comments. He wants to bet somebody 10K that Vortic United is not going to pay. Well, I ain't taking that. I don't think Vortic United is going to pay, brother. So I am not going to take that action. Okay, and then Mishpat Enterprises, my good friend Mishpat Enterprises says, I'm with you, Vaughn. I'm not expecting a return, but if it does, let the heavens resound. Right? Hey, yeah, hey, look, that's what I say too. Do you guys think that I want Vortic United to go away? Of course not. I was doing great with Vortic United. I hope that I'm wrong. But what I'm telling you is that we're seeing the same song and dance that we've seen in other platforms. And this is the thing that they do when they go away. They start talking about the bugs. They start talking about the hackers, right? They start talking about the payment processors. They start talking about they're working on this and they're fixing that. They start putting out a bunch of new options to suck in your money at the last minute. I've just seen it happen too many times, right? What if Vortic United is being truthful? What if Vortic United really, and this is true, and they're going to come back with, blazing, and they're going to come back and they're going to do great and they're going to be around for years to come? I hope that happens. I really hope that happens. But am I counting on it? No. Right. And honestly, what's more likely? To me, it's more likely that this thing is never going to pay again and it's just going to be gone. Right. And that's just what it is, guys. I ain't going to sugarcoat it. I ain't going to pull the punch. This guy, he goes, Vaughn, why don't we see this kind of info on crypto program, aka AMSIS? And I just said, okay, you want to know, guys? You want to know why you don't see this info on crypto program and AMSIS? You want to know? Does anybody want to know? I'll tell you. It's because Ed, right? Ed Zimbardi sent me an email promising to kick me off the platform if I ever talk about it on here again, right? It was a big long email sent at 3 o'clock in the morning with glaring misspellings, bad punctuation, grammar problems. I mean, I think Ed, maybe you had a little bit too much of that red wine that you like to drink that night before you sent me that email. But look, dude, I know that you got a lot of weight, you've got a lot of pull, and a lot of people worship you, and a lot of people kiss the ground you walk on. Well, I'm not one of them, brother. Right. And what I want to know about you is, were you in general population or were you in protective custody? How about you tell me that one and then we can talk. Right. Because I want to know if you're a PC or not. That's what I'd really like to know about you, Ed. Let's talk shop, shall we? Right. All right. All right. All right. YouTube, buy YouTube views says thumbs up. Amazing. Well, thank you, buy YouTube views, but I'm still not going to buy views because I don't need to buy views. I don't need to buy subscribers. right? This is the original creme de la creme, right? We're not buying 20,000 subscribers over here, right? We're not buying views over here, right? We don't do that over here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. This is all natural, baby, organic, right? People come here because they like the sauce, right? They like that orange pill, titanium pill, stainless steel pill sauce that they're not getting anywhere else. Yeah, you can sell your YouTube views to somebody else. Why would I buy YouTube views? What kind of a loser do you think I am? Okay, here's an important one. And this is on Vortic United. Somebody said, if I lose my money, I am deceased. If I lose my money, I am terminated. If I lose my money, my life is over. Now, let's address this, guys. If that is if that's the way that you feel about this, and if that's the way that you're coming about this, and if you're serious, seriously, get some help, man. Like if you're seriously about that, there's like hotlines that you can call. There's people who you can talk to, right? Dude, guys, we don't do that here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. We're not gambling here at the Unlimited Freedom Network, right? We're not putting the rent money into these platforms, right? We're not putting our last $10 into these platforms. That's not how we're doing it here at the Unlimited Freedom Network, okay? If you really have a problem, right, then you really need to get help, right? And you really need to seek some help. Right, you got to I don't know, just go to the local emergency room and say, "Hey, I just lost a bunch of money in a crypto program, and I'm thinking about whatever, ending it." Right? And if that's the case, then you absolutely need to go get some professional help, and you shouldn't be in this space in the first place. Right? This space is not for, this is not to gamble. Right? This is not to go in and put your last dime into. This has never been about that. I've never recommended that. I've never said that. I've never said anything close to that, right? I don't advocate for that whatsoever. This should be only invest stuff that you cannot afford to lose, right? So if you can afford to lose $100 and put in $100, maybe you got it a little better than that. Maybe you can afford to lose 1,000. Well, if that's the case, go ahead and put in 1,000. Maybe you can afford to lose 10,000 or 100,000. I don't know where you're at, right? But it shouldn't be this thing where it's like if a platform rug pulls, you want to end it, right? That you should not even be here at all if that's the case. You need to like go really rethink some things and go back to square one. Now, here's what I would do if I were zeroed out and if I went back to square one. First thing I would do is I would get a job, any kind of job, right? It doesn't matter if it's hauling dirt. It doesn't matter if it's cleaning up horse manure. It doesn't matter if it's cleaning out, nasty truck stop bathrooms. I would get a job, right? Any job. And what I would do is I would work my tail off until I made $10,000. This is me. I'm not telling you to do this. This is what I would do. I would work my tail off until I made about 10 grand, right? And then with that 10 grand, I would invest in 10 different crypto platforms. Okay. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, not eight, not nine, 10. 10. I would work. I would clean up toilets. I would make 10 grand. I would sleep on the sidewalk, right? I would put up a tent down by the river. I would sleep in a tent. I would get some means to protect myself. I would put up a tent. I would sleep in a tent. I would wash off in the river. I would go to work. I'd go sleep in the Walmart parking lot if I had a car, right? I'd get a means to protect myself. I would take my car to the Walmart parking lot and I would sleep at Walmart every single night. If somebody messed with me, I would do what I have to do. And I would work until I make $10,000. Then I would take that $10,000 and spread it out into 10 different crypto platforms. That way, if one of them failed, hey, I still got nine. If two of them failed, hey, baby, I still got eight. If three of them failed, I still got seven. Because did you know that in a lot of cases, if you spread out ten or $20,000 into crypto platforms, you will have enough income to make more money than a nice yearly salary that most people have. This is the sauce, guys. You can run away. You can jump off of the broadcast. You can say you don't like the way I talk. You can say I don't like the way I look. You can say I don't like the way I scream. You can do whatever. You can say I'm negative, right? You can say whatever you want. You can go on and never come back for all I care. This is what I would do. Okay? Because at the end of the day, hey, I'm good. I don't need you here. Right? I love you. I'm glad that you're watching, but I don't need you here, right? I don't need any of it, right? Because and that's the beauty of being financially free and independent. It's a beautiful thing, guys. So I would sleep on the tent, I would sleep on the car, right? Whatever. I'd make $10,000. I'd spread it out over ten different crypto platforms, and that would give me plus or minus between fifty and $70,000 a year. Between fifty and $70,000 a year in passive income. Right? What would I do then? I would quit that job. That's what I would do. I got my passive income coming in, fifty to $70,000 a year, and then I would buy my trading course, my binary options trading course, and I would learn how to trade. Start with $50, start with $100. It doesn't matter. I would take what I taught in that trading course. I would take it seriously. I would learn how to trade, and ask anybody in the world. Ask anybody who's like financially independent, what's the quickest way to get financially independent? And they're all going to tell you, if you know how to do it, the quickest way is trading. Okay. If you had to go from 0 to 1 million in a year or less, the quickest way to do it is trading. Okay. That's what I would do. But for anybody who's of the mentality to get into one platform, over leverage yourself, and then become depressed to the point where you want to end it, you got to go get some help. Okay. You shouldn't even be here, right? You shouldn't be in this space at all. Now, maybe you're just joking, right? Maybe you're just kidding, right? Maybe you're just being sarcastic, but at the end of the day, that needs to be said. Hit the like button because nobody else is giving you the same kind of sauce I'm giving you here at the Unlimited Fruit Network, guys. All right. So this is one about Novatech. I know that they did things that they were not supposed to do, but thinking about this as a whole, they continued to trade our crypto during the lockdown. Oh, is that right? I feel they should share the money they withheld as well, not just our seed money. They have made millions off of this because they had the excuse to pay us super low percentages. What do you think? So this is a question about Novatech. Well, let me tell you what I know, right? Let me tell you about what I know, not what I think. What I know is that the accounts are frozen. What I know is that the money's frozen. What I know is that they're under investigation. What I know is that they're dealing with court proceedings. What I know is they're under gag orders from their lawyers. That's what's going on. They couldn't give you money if they wanted to, and the money may not be there in the first place. So that's not what I think. That's what I know. Okay. And I wish I could make this longer so that I could do a big YouTube presentation for you guys. But at the end of the day, I've already said a lot about Novatech, and I think that we pretty much all know what's going on with Novatech at this point, especially if you come to the Unlimited Freedom Network, right? Because you're getting the sauce nobody else is giving to you, right? You're getting the secret information, the secret sauce, right? Alrighty. We got Axelot Plays. What's going on, Axelot Plays? Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Shout out to you. What part of risk capital don't these people understand? I'm telling you, man. They think that we're playing, right? When we talk about all the disclaimers, all the things we talk about, all the risk management strategies, it's like some people, it's like they don't hear it, or they purposely don't want to hear it, right? They get that itch when they see an opportunity, and that itch to like over leverage themselves. And I know how that feels because I've done it. When I first was learning how to trade binary options, dude, I lost so much money, bro, because I would get that. I would see the potential, right? And so I would do stupid things, right? And I would lose a ton of money, right? And I just learned over time. I learned discipline, and I learned to respect the market, right? And, yeah, exactly, Suzanne. It's like that. And that's what I went through. I lost so much. But see, what had happened to me was I was behind the gun because if you're new to the channel, I'm a convicted felon, right? I've done prison time. And when I got out, and it's not financial crimes. My crimes were crimes of violence, right? I was convicted for violence. I was incarcerated for violence. I did my time, I got out, and I had an insurance business, right? So I got back into my insurance business. I was doing good. I was licensed in all 50 states. I was back on top, right? I had a multi-million dollar house, a couple of cars, and all kinds of great blessings, right? I had it all back, and then lost it all again because one year over Christmas, the states, right, these great, these great states, right, decided to take away my insurance business, right, because I had felonies on my record. So they did that. So there I was, no, my licenses had been taken away. I was in a multi-million-dollar house, a couple of nice cars. I, of course, didn't want to lose my lifestyle. So I had to figure something out. What I decided to figure out was trading. I got into forex trading. I got into learning forex, learning binary options, learning about the pips and the points and spreads, right? Learning about the different types of forex trading, right? The long trades, right? The short trades, the scalping trades, the swing trades, right? All I love the whole lingo about cryptocurrency, crypto trading, for traditional forex trading, binary options forex trading, what's the other one? Nadex, right? I learned about Nadex. So I learned all of it, right? And I wasn't sleeping, right? I was staying up all night, right? Because I didn't want to lose my house. I didn't want to lose everything, right? Because it's just like they had rug pulled my insurance business, right? So you talk about a rug pull, that was a rug pull. So I got into learning binary options, and I figured out I could make $10,000 in a day. Once I figured out I could make $10,000 in a day, I started trying to make $10,000 every day. Right? And that's where that greed came in. That's where that foolishness came in. That's where that gambling spirit came in. And so I lost a lot at first, but it was a learning experience. Right. And it came, so it got to a point where I finally developed my own strategy. Right. I developed, I invented, I coined, I created my own strategy. It's a strategy that's attainable, achievable, sustainable. It's how I was able to make more than I ever made before. And now I've made that into a course, and I sell that course here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. I've made that course available for anybody who tunes in the Unlimited Freedom Network to purchase, so they don't have to go through all that mess that I went through. They can just copy my profitable strategy, right? And as long as they copy it, right, as long as they do what I'm talking about doing in the course, they don't have to go through all the losses, right? But now I have a huge respect for the markets, because just as quickly as they can give it to you, they can take it away, right? And so that's why I'm super respectful when it comes to the markets. So shout out to you. Shout out to you, X also plays. Shout out to you, Susan Jendon. You learn discipline sometimes when you don't have any more capital. Yeah, I lost a lot learning. Unfortunately, learned the hard way. Blue Sky again with the positivity coming through. Shout out to you, Blue Sky. Peace, bond. Happy Friday. Peace be with you, and peace be with you as well, Blue Sky. Darren, to the individual who is distraught, don't give up. And one way you can dig yourself out is to buy bonds for us. Of course, that's my advice. I appreciate you, Darren. Shout out to you with the coming through with the positivity in the comments. Yeah, I don't know if the person was serious. I don't know if the person was joking, but you can't take something like that as a joke, right? I mean, if you're because that's a pretty like extreme thing to say. Like, hey, if Vortic United rug pulls, I can't even say it because I'll get demonetized, right? If I even say it, right? But it's it was like one of those things that you read. You never want to read something like that. It's just like, oh, holy crap. Okay, well, how do I respond to this? Right. And so, my response would be like, if you're really feeling those feelings, or if you're really having those thoughts, just go to the emergency room, right? Tell them what's going on. Tell them that you lost money in a crypto thing, blah, blah, blah. You can even show them my channel if you want to, right? Just whatever. And just say, hey, I'm feeling this way. And then check yourself in and get yourself some help, right? Because there is, because that is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And it's never the answer, right? And it because feelings change, right? You just, a lot of times when you're like experiencing a grief process or something like that, you just got to go through that process. It sucks, it doesn't feel good, but at the end of it, you go through it. You go through like the 5 stages or whatever. You get through the end of it, and you're good. You're talking to somebody who's gone through a lot of grieving process, because I've had a lot of, I've taken a lot of L's, right? So I had to go through that grieving process. And back when I was younger, I would numb that with drugs and alcohol, right? I would numb it with drinking, or I would numb it with like painkiller drugs, or like oxys, or like whatever, over the counter stuff. Like you numb it. You try to numb the grieving process. You try to numb the pain with drugs. You try to numb the pain with alcohol. Well, now as I talk to you guys, I've got over 8 years of sobriety, right? So I don't drink, I don't use, I don't do anything like that, right? I have uh I'm a proud sober person, right? I don't have anything against anybody who drinks. I don't have anything against anybody who smokes from time to time. I really don't, right? I personally, I just choose not to, right? I personally choose not to because with stuff like those negative emotions or that negative grief or those negative feelings, you have to go through the feelings. You have to go through the stages, right? You got to go through the denial, right? The anger, right? The bargaining, right? The depression, right? The acceptance. You have to go through it. There's no way around it. You can try to numb it out. You can try to numb the pain, but eventually it's going to come back and it's going to hit you even worse when it comes back, right? So yeah, so I mean that's what I would say. Once again, guys, I don't know how serious this person was or not, but we are in a space here where people have a lot of emotions connected to their money, right? And so when people lose money, sometimes people take that right real bad. Even though we try to teach the risk management strategies here, sometimes people just don't do it, right? And then they lose a large sum of money, and it's like, oh man, how do I deal with that? Uh, but I'm a guy who's I've lost a lot. I've made a lot, and I've also lost a lot. So it's like it doesn't hit me as hard or hurt me as hard as it used to, because I know that A, I can make it back, and B, it's like, you know, hey, there's worse things, right? I've been just wanting to. You ever washed your clothes in the sink, with a tiny little drip drop of water, trying to keep your clothes clean because you're in prison, you can't send it to the laundry because they'll steal your clothes, right? That's pretty low. That's pretty low, right? After you've been that low, losing a few $100 or $1,000 is just pales in comparison. We got Darren. To the individual who's distraught, don't give up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Darren. Shout out to you. You're a good dude. Darren, your feelings and emotions do change. Yep. Blue sky. I'm here for the soaps. I'm here for the truth. I'm here for the solutions that lead to large sums of money, right? Because blue sky, you are a loyal subscriber. You are a loyal subscriber here to the Unlimited Freedom Network. You're a loyal subscriber who likes when I talk about large sums of money, large sums of money, right? And we all know the affirmation, guys, because I've said it a lot of times, right? But once again, large sums of money come to me quickly and easily in the best interest of all that I get to keep, use, give, and spend joyously. Right? And that's the affirmation, guys. Large sums of money come to me quickly and easily. The best interest of all that I get to keep, use, give, and spend joyously. Say it. I say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Reprogram yourself. Right? Reprogram yourself with positive programming and take out all that negative junk. Hey, if it's good enough for the United States Marines, it ought to be good enough for us, right? Darren says 8 years. Good man. Thank you. I don't it's just it really is one day at a time with that, and I have a prayer that I pray every morning is that um Father God, I choose to not be drunk or high or overcome by my emotions, but to be filled with the Holy Spirit and with faith. So instead of filling myself with alcohol, I pray to be filled with the Holy Spirit and faith, right? Positivity, right? And so it's like replacing that other junk, right? And for 8 years now and more, I have prayed that prayer every single morning. Whoever doesn't believe in the power of prayer, let me tell you something. You get knocked down enough in life, and you start to understand the power of prayer, right? You get desperate enough, and you understand what it's like to get on your knees and to pray to God. You know what I mean? And so I'll never be apologetic for that. It is who I am. It's what I do, and it's what I believe in, right? And at the end of the day, it works, and we're here for what works, right? Not what doesn't work. All right. Darren says, "Is the soundboard broken, or haven't I been paying attention?" Well, what I did is I got myself a Focusrite setup. I got myself a new camera that shoots in 1080p, and some new stuff for the studio. And I have not. See, what's happening right now is that my new setup is muting my sounds. So it will, like, when I talk with my voice, it'll let that go through. But if I try to play a sound, it mutes it. And I was saying earlier in the broadcast is I'm super busy, and I just haven't had time to sit down and figure it out. But I want to get the soundboard working again. I really do, right? Because I love my soundboard, but right now I just haven't had time to figure it all out. I got some new equipment, and I haven't had time to figure it out. Mishpat Enterprise says, "What's up, good people? I'll have to catch the replay, but sounds like some deep stuff going on today. Keep the faith, folks. A better day is coming." Mishpat Enterprises, even though you weren't here, we gave a shout out to you earlier. We talked about you here in the chat earlier. So definitely watch the replay because I answered one of your questions that you had given to me during the week through the Q&A. And so we definitely got to it. And I do appreciate you. I know that you can't make it to every time, but I do know that you always watch the videos because I see it in my I see you in my analytics, my YouTube analytics. Bruce, what's going on, Bruce? Hey, brother, here for the sauce, baby. 9.7 this week using the man's trading course. Bruce, man, that is so good to hear, brother. It really is because I know that you're applying what I taught in the course for you to be doing those kinds of weekly numbers. Man, all I can say is keep on respecting the market. Keep on doing exactly what you've been doing. Do not try to reinvent the wheel. And those profits are going to turn into uh, sky's the limit, Bruce. I mean, you can find me, and if you go to if you want to go to the leaderboards and pocket option, you can see me on there just about every day, right? And it will show you, the types of right, the types of sums of money that are coming in with one or two trades, right? I don't go too far into talking about it, but it gets to a point where like your 5% of 1,000 is one thing. 5% of 10,000 is a number. 5% of 100,000 is yet a number, another number, right? And so if you're doing this in percentages and you're not worried about the dollar signs, you're not focused on the dollar figures. Pretty soon you're going to wake up one day and you're making more in 15 minutes than you've made sometimes in weeks, right? So really, really shout out to you. I so appreciate you, Bruce. I would love for us to do something one day where we do an interview or something on Zoom where we just talk about the success that you've had with the course because I want to see you successful. What I'd really like is to see you become a millionaire through trading, and then once you hit your first million, for us to really be able to do a session about that. Just talk to people and say, "Hey, this is the real deal." That's what I want to see. Talk about digging yourself out of a hole. Bruce just showed what can be done. You guys are awesome, man. I really would like to find another way where we can all get together and keep communicating with the trading. Unfortunately, you guys know what happened with the Telegram group. People were coming in and they weren't buying the course. It's like, and so what they do, they killed it for everybody. Sucks, man. But we just got to keep brainstorming and figuring out another way to be in that constant communication. Because I miss the back and forth. Like even yesterday, I was like, oh man, I need to send this setup to my group, and it's like, oh yeah, I can't because people screwed that up for everybody, and now I don't have a group that I can send it to. Sucks. Okay. All right. So somebody said, how do you take your funds out with invisible AI? So there's a withdraw button. Just click on the withdraw button and then make sure you highlight your funds that you want to release. Make sure you highlight those by clicking on them and then plug it in and do your withdrawal. I've gotten withdrawals every day from Invisible AI. Shout out to Invisible AI. They're rocking and rolling right now. They're one of the best in the business. All right. So somebody said both CloudFi and Vortic is dead. I would say yes. Okay. Now Vortic is still stringing people along with their bull crap, right? But CloudFi is definitely gone. Now, if you want to get strung along by Vortic United, Darren, if you do that, I want you to also get Lambo Drew involved because Lambo Drew is the Lambo man, right? So if you guys get that Lambo, you got to get Drew involved too. Yeah. What color is your Bugatti? All right. Now here's Ron Perry again. I'm not even gonna go there, Ron. You got the zinger already. I'm not gonna bury you even further into the ground that I already did in that comment. Yeah, so I would say yes, both CloudFi and Vortic are over. You know, why like punish yourself by letting Vortic United string you along until October and then come up with another BS excuse and string you along? I mean, why? Am I gonna stop talking about Vortic United? Probably not. because when these crypto programs and crypto platforms go belly up and when they explode, people want to hear about it. It's like people who rubberneck at a car accident. They want to look, right? They want to hear about the car accident. So I'll keep talking about it, but why torture yourself, right? Like listening to all this crap. Why don't you just say, hey, it was good while it lasted. I made this amount. Hopefully you guys ROI'd on it. Some people did, some people didn't. But you know what? On to the next, right? And that's really the attitude that we should be having in this space is on to the next one. But yeah, I would say so. I'd say it's a rug pull. It's classic, right? How many times have we seen platforms say this exact same thing that Vortic United is saying right now? How many times have we heard it? And it's been bogus every single time. Am I right or am I right? Blessings, Vaughn. I'm still hoping slash keeping the faith. That's right, Wayne. Do that. Hope. Keep the faith. Do all of that. Okay. But at the same time, don't hold your breath. That's what I'm saying. Okay. That's what I'm saying with that. And hopefully you were making withdrawals along the way. Ethan's Gamers with the super chat. Shout out to you, Ethan's Gamers, coming in. FTW for the win, coming in with the super chat. I'm going to stop what I'm doing, hit the brakes, and we are going to answer and address your super chat because, guys, as you know, here at the Unlimited Freedom Network, if you give me a super chat, I'm going to stop what I'm doing, I'm going to drop what I'm doing, and I'm going to put you to the top of the list. All right. Ethan's Gamers, in most platforms, is it probable to get a positive ROI before the rug pull without earning affiliate commissions? Possible? Yes. Let's talk about it. Right? Let's talk about it, guys. Let's go to Invisible AI right now. And let me go to the packages that they offer. Now, Invisible AI just came out very recently, right? Last month. So let's say that Invisible AI, for the benefit of argument, let's say that they have 3 months to go. Is that fair? Can what do you think, Ethan's Gamers? Is it fair if we say that Invisible AI, if we give it 3 months from this point? I mean, I understand it might not last 3 months, or it might last a lot longer than 3 months. But do you think it's fair if we give it 3 months? Let's go ahead and give it 3 months, right? Now I have to enter my 2FA. So give me 1 second. Now let's look at some of these deals here. All right. Let's look at the 3% daily for 20 calendar days. The minimum investment is 5,000. Okay, so we got 3% daily, we got 20 calendar days, and the minimum investment is 5,000. All right, so let me say that I took that. I'm gonna take that 5,000 investment times 0.03, right? That's $150 a day. Wait a minute, hold on, just around here. 3% a day for 20 calendar days, minimum 5,000. Maybe that's not wrong. Hang on. 5,000 times. Okay, so that's a $3,000 ROI with the $5,000 back. So that puts you at 8,000. So you put in 5,000. We say that the thing is going to last 3 months, right? But this has only been 20 calendar days, and we've already ROI'd and we've made $3,000. So we've already turned our 5,000 into 8,000. Okay, it's been 20 calendar days. But well, let's keep with our 3-month plan here. All right. So 3 months is 90 days. Let's just divide that by 20. So there's 4.5 cycles of that. So let's just say four. Let's just say 4 cycles, right? Before the quote unquote rug pull or whatever have you. Let's not even say 4.5 cycles. So you ROI'd, right? You did 5,000 each time, you made 3,000 each time. So we're gonna take 3,000 and we're gonna times it by 4. So what you did is in that 3-month period with that $5,000 initial, just doing it repeatedly, you came out with $12,000, right? Over a 3-month period, right? Now, at that point, let's say it rugs, yeah, it sucks, right? Let's say you had another 5 Gs in there when it rugged, right? You came out with a net profit on one platform of $7,000, even though you lost 5 in the rug, but you still profited. You got an ROI at the end of the day of $7,000. That's one platform. That's investable AI. That's with a $5,000 investment. Now, my principle, right? And I'll just full disclosure, I have more than this in investable AI. Okay, I have more than this, but my typical principle for a platform is $10,000. Okay. Now I just showed you how you could ROI on 5,000. Now double that, right? And I have more in my investable AI, right? Now let's talk about the other platforms I'm involved in that are still paying. GS Partners, Investable AI, QP, Capitalium, Live Good, Sportsbook Partners, Private Program, BitSports AI, ETF Pool, VerseCore, Elevate Money, another private program. That's 12. So I showed you how to do a big ROI on just one platform right there. And you're going to want to go back to this video and like repeat this. Bro, I'm in 12. That's the sauce, right? That's the sauce. But you have to build it to that point. You have to be well, if you can't start with 1,000, start with 100, right? Like if you wanted to invest 1,000, why don't you just put 100 into 10? See what I'm saying? Start small, build it up. You'll get there. It's the beautiful thing about compounding. You can start with anything. You'll get there. This space ain't going away. If anything, there's more and more of these crypto platforms coming out every day. We're just trying to find the best cream of the crop. We're trying to find the best ones. But these principles can be applied in any platform. Now, let's say that you do that, right? And you go and I don't know. Let's just say you've got a Facebook and you've got 500 friends. Okay. Now we're gonna get into the affiliate marketing stuff. Let's say you got a Facebook and you've got 500 friends, and you did that, right? And you took your $7,000, and hopefully you're still tracking with me. But you took let's say you rolled it with Investable AI. You rolled into it. You made 7,000 at the end, and Investable AI rug pulled. Boo hoo, sad, sad. But you still came out on top with $7,000. Right now, let's say you take that $7,000 and let's say you like classic pinball machines, right? So you've redone your basement, right? And you didn't really have anything to put in your basement. You haven't furnished it out yet. You're trying to kind of figure out what to do. I mean, you got to stop leaking. You've redone it. You installed some carpeting, right? You put up some drywall. Your basement looks fly, but you haven't really figured out what to do with it yet. But now you got an extra $7,000 that you made with Invisible AI. So you take that $7,000 and you go online and you buy like a line of like 12 pinball machines, right? 12 like old school, video arcade pinball machines. And you line them up down there. And so now you've got the OG basement with freaking lines of stop, Darren, man. I'm trying to stop, bro. I'm trying to say something right now. Okay, I'm gonna get to you. Okay, so you've lined it up with pinball machines, right? So you've got this pimp status, OG, awesome basement with a bunch of pinball machines, and you take a picture or a little short video of you with your boys and stuff, and you're down there, you guys are playing pinball. You take a picture and you post it on Facebook and you say, "Hey, this is the pinball arcade that I made with pure profit, passive income from a play that I did called Invisible AI. Now, Invisible AI is over, but here's a new play that I'm involved in, and here's what it does." And you post that on Facebook, right? And you're saying, "Hey, I'm not telling you to get into this. Only invest what you can afford to, just be totally cool about it. Say I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing. I'm not trying to twist your arm, right? You don't have to be a jerk about it. Just post it up and say, "Hey, here's my link in case you're interested." Now, out of your 500 friends, do you think nobody's going to be interested in that? Honestly, right? Probably somebody's going to be. I mean, I know I would be. Like, I love old school pinball machines. Like, I would be wanting to come to your house and play pinball, but I would definitely be looking at what you're doing, and I'd at least take a look at it. And yeah, I'd probably, even if I had never invested in a crypto platform before, I might take a roll the dice and put $100 in and see what happens. You don't have to be a salesperson to be an affiliate marketer, right? You don't have to be a fake, phony rat jerk slime ball, right? To be an affiliate marketer. You can just share what you're doing, right? I mean, you can even do what I do. I've got people who come to me and say, "Hey, Vaughn, I'm thinking about investing in one of your projects," and I'll say to them straight up, I'll say, I don't think that's a good idea, bro." Right? Like, I think you're thinking of investing way too much. Like, I've stopped people before and been like, "Bro, no, don't do that." Right? You want to dump $10,000 into this platform? Don't do that. Why don't you start with 1,000 and put 100 into 10 platforms and see how you do with that? Right? Shout out to one of my loyal subscribers. One of my loyal subscribers is a police officer, and I really like this person because this person wrote me a great message about how they were inspired by seeing the way that my life has turned around from somebody who was incarcerated, somebody who went through the criminal justice system, changed his life, turned his life around, and just wrote me a really nice message. So you know who you are. Shout out to you guys. That you don't understand, like, it's better than money, right? Getting that message is better than being quote unquote rich, right? Adding value to people's lives like that, and to knowing that I've been able to touch the life of a police officer, right? Who in the past, me and the police did not have a good thing going, but now things are different. God has blessed me to where even a police officer, and I have other officers and law enforcement people who watch my channel and who write to me and stuff, but you guys just don't understand, like, how I don't know, like, I don't know how that touches me, I guess. Like, just to have that happen. And but but I said, "Look, bro, straight up." I wrote the person back. I said, "Straight up, let me correct a couple of mistakes that I think you're making." And I did that, right? Because I thought that he was maybe over leveraging himself, and I didn't want him to do that, right? And so you don't have to be like, there's some real slime balls out here in the space, guys. There's some real slimy, nasty, nasty people who really are taking advantage of people, and I think that that's disgusting, and I think it's sick, right? And I'm not that, right? And I don't care what anybody says. I know I'm not that. I know who I am, and you don't have to be that either. You can post a video on Facebook, so what? Right? You can make a YouTube video, so what? You can share what you've been doing, and if you have a positive experience, you can share that, and then maybe bring somebody else on, and they can have a positive experience. You're not screwing anybody here. Just tell them the truth. Tell them the risks. So that was a great question. As usual, Ethan's Gamers coming in with great questions. Very, very good. Very, very important. Very important. So You don't have to share it, right? But what I'm saying is you may as well, right? May as well do both, right? If you're so inclined, right? But one of my favorite things about the passive income space is that you don't have to share it, right? You don't have to be a big salesperson, right? That was one of the things that really attracted me. Excuse me. That was one of the things that really attracted me to the space from the start. Darren, here we go. You guys got no chill in the chat, man. Does anyone know what Java Jensen? Oh man. Does anybody know what Java Jensen? Jedi. Jedi. Relax, Mike. Relax, Mike. Jedi. Jedi. Yeah, nobody could understand him, dude. He was just reading off a script, reading a bunch of malarkey, right? And basically, what he was saying is what we already know, that there's just the thing's going to be pushed out till October. They're stalling, right? They're stalling. Now, I still like Jensen, and I stole Crypto Muscle. Crypto Muscle calls him Jolly Jensen, right? Jolly Jensen, and I like that because he is kind of a jolly Santa Claus type of guy, you know. Like Jensen, right? I don't know what's all going on behind the scenes. Wow. Yes, nobody could understand it, but all he was saying is that, hey, it's being pushed out till October. He was just talking a bunch of malarkey about how they're fixing the system and doing this and that, and the cybersecurity and all that. And basically, they're setting us up for. But when they talk about cybersecurity, they're setting us up for the hacker. Oh, we got hacked, guys. The hacker excuse. Ethan's Gamers with another one and another one and another one. Speaking of taking advantage, before I knew better, someone charged me 10K just to learn about Vortic. Then I found out it was available publicly. There you go. There's some slime balls in the business, guys. There really are. Buyer beware, my friend. Buyer beware, my friend. Yeah, so there's some real slimy folks in the business. Don't get taken advantage of. Just keep tuning into the Unlimited Freedom Network, where you're getting the sauce free of charge. And if you want to talk about stuff, you can come to my Friday Q&A session, right? Just because I can't do a one-on-one session with everybody doesn't mean that you can't come here to the Friday Q&A session. This is where we break down the sauce. We give you that orange pill, titanium pill, stainless steel pill sauce that we're only giving to you here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. So we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Don't forget to drop me a comment. Don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I release a new video here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. And we'll see you guys real soon. Take care, guys.